We're now going to look at Indices Rule 2. And that is where you are dividing two indices that have the same base. When you divide two indices with the same base, that will give you a single indice with that base, but you subtract the powers. So when you divide two indices with the same base, you subtract the powers. Do you remember the previous day we were multiplying two indices with the same base, you added the powers, but when you divide two indices with the same base, we subtract the powers. So we must learn that Indices Rule 2. So we'll look at a few examples where we're dividing indices with the same base. So part A, it says simplify 2 to the power of 7 divided by 2 to the power of 5. Now remember, simplify means you leave powers in your answer. So we're dividing two indices with the same base. They both have a base of 2. So that's going to give us a single indice with a base of 2, and we subtract the powers. So it becomes 7 subtract 5. So we're going to be left with 2 to the power of 2. And again, leave the power in your answer because it only asked us to simplify. Okay, part B. We are dividing two indices with the same base. The base is x in each indice. So we therefore subtract the powers. So we're going to get x, and then we're going to have 3 subtract minus 1. Dividing two indices with the same base, we subtract the powers. So it's 3 subtract negative 1. So with two negatives beside each other, which is going to give us a positive, so that's going to become x to the power of 4. And that's our answer for part B. Part C then, we are dividing 45x cubed y to the power of 5 by 9x squared y cubed. So the easy way to do this is to divide the numbers first. So we're going to do 45 divided by 9. That's going to give us 5. Then we're going to divide the indices. So we're going to divide the x's. So x cubed divided by x to the power of 2. So we're going to subtract the powers. So we're going to get x to the power of 3 subtract 2. We're then going to divide the indices with base y. So we're going to end up with y. And remember, dividing two indices with the same base y, we subtract their power. So it's going to be 5 subtract 3. Tidy it up. We're going to be left with 5 and then x to the power of 1. And then y to the power of 2. So 5x to the power of 1, y to the power of 2. You could also leave it as 5xy squared. And that's our answer for part C. Okay, part D. We have 20x to the power of 4y cubed all over 8x cubed y squared. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to rewrite this fraction as a division. So that's the same as writing 20 x to the power of 4y cubed divided by 8x cubed y squared. Okay, so we're just rewriting the fraction as a division because that's exactly the same thing. And again, like example C, we're going to divide the numbers first. So we've got 20 divided by 8. So what I'm going to do is write that as 20 over 8. And then we'll cancel it in a wee minute. We've then got x to the power of 4 divided by x cubed. So we're now dividing the indices with base x. So we're going to have x to the power of 4 minus 3. And then we're going to divide the indices with base y. So we've then got y to the power of 3 minus 2. Okay, let's tidy it up. Let's cancel our fraction. Largest number to go into 20 and 8 is going to be 4. 4 goes into 25 times. 4 goes into 8 twice. So we're going to be left with 5 over 2, x to the power of 1, y to the power of 1. And that's our answer for part D.